So if you've been wondering what it's like to live in the different areas of Nashville, then you are in the right place today. Nashville is made up of a lot of different pockets and neighborhoods, and today we're going to talk about 9 of the most popular ones. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Tiffany Gudger and I'm a real estate agent right here in Nashville, Tennessee. If you are interested in learning everything there is to know about living and eating and sleeping and breathing and playing and all of the things here in Nashville, make sure you hit subscribe and click that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. We get people reaching out to us all the time and we love it. So if you want to reach out to us, days, nights, weekends, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We've got your back when moving to the Nashville and Middle Tennessee areas. So today we're going to talk about 9 of the most popular neighborhoods actually in Nashville. We're going to talk about them kind of in relationship to downtown, which is right in the heart of Nashville, pretty much right in the middle. So we'll talk about how far from downtown Broadway, like that kind of area, all the different neighborhoods are, and we'll go over what it's like to live there, what there is to eat there, and all that kind of stuff. So in no particular order, we are going to start with 12 South. 12 South is 3 to 4 miles or about 10 to 15 minutes south of downtown. It's close to the interstates as well as downtown. It's very hip and growing like crazy. It's walking distance to Belmont University and Vanderbilt University, which are some of the state's highest ranked schools. It also has lots of great restaurants that I would be amiss if I did not mention to you. Places like Urban Grub, Bar Taco, Ember, which has over like 40 or 50 different kinds of whiskey, and Edley's Barbecue. As far as real estate goes, it has a more neighborhood feel. A lot of the properties there have pretty nice sized yards. There's lots of new construction, including HPRs, which are horizontal property regimes, or affectionately called tall skinnies by some of us that live here in Nashville. And they can either be attached or detached. Because of all it has to offer and walkability to shops and restaurants and all of that kind of things, the median home price in 12 South right now is $855,000. Currently on the market, there's 1-bedroom condos from $300,000 all the way up to $3 million properties. So a very wide range in budget for those of you that are considering the 12 South neighborhood. Next on our list is going to be Sylvan Park. Sylvan Park is located in West Nashville, about 4 miles or about 10 minutes from downtown Nashville. It's pretty family oriented with a more quiet suburban feel. It's well established. Like I said, southwest of downtown. Lots of kids get together to play outside. You'll see lots of people hanging out in their front yards. It has pretty high ranked schools for the area as well. It's still very walkable, even with it having all this extra stuff, and has new construction as well as historical homes. Has several parks and golf courses and a greenway. And some of the great restaurants in Sylvan Park include one of the top Italian restaurants in Nashville, which is Cafe Nona, and Double Dogs, which has some of the best hot dogs around. As far as real estate goes, it has a more historical feel with lots of updated cottages and bungalows. And the median purchase price in Sylvan Park is $655,000. With prices currently ranging from $400,000 on up to $3 million. So that's Sylvan Park. Again, lots to offer, family oriented, and a wide range of affordability for people looking for what Sylvan Park has to offer. Next up is The Nations. The Nations is located just north of Sylvan Park. It has a slightly younger demographic with lots of young professionals. It is one of Nashville's oldest neighborhoods. Used to be pretty industrial. Then a flood hit years and years ago, and warehouses were abandoned. So a lot of those abandoned properties were then turned into real estate and commercial businesses, as well as condos and things like that. It has two different parks, as well as my new favorite, locally owned Medi Spa called High Finch. Some of the restaurants it has to offer includes Daddy Dogs, Nikki's Coal Fired Pizza, ML Rose, and Fat Bottom Brewery, which has amazing locally brewed beers. With real estate, it's growing very quickly and has lots of new construction. Not as many building restrictions as Sylvan Park, so it has a lot more of the HPRs and the tall skinnies that we talked about previously. Sylvan Park has a little more restrictions on the things that they have, so that's where there's more of the renovated cottages and bungalows, and then there's things in the Nations that are the new, taller HPR residential properties. Rooftop decks are very popular there as well in these tall skinnies because it offers great views of downtown, and it currently has a median home purchase price of $550,000. So the median price just a little less than Sylvan Park, but you're still very close to it. New construction, young professionals, a lot of things that the Nations has to offer. And make sure and comment down below if you have any questions about any of this, or if there's something that I've gone over that surprises you, or if you learned something new. I'd love to hear all about it, so make sure and leave a comment down below. So moving on, our next neighborhood that we're going to talk about is Hillsboro Village. Hillsboro Village is south of downtown and just to the west of 12 South. The West End is on one side and Belmont is on the other. It's a historical area, mostly renovated older homes to keep the old school charm. It is close to 3 universities. It encompasses Belmont. The West End side is adjacent to Vanderbilt, and Lipscomb is just a little bit south of the neighborhood. It has great restaurants and shops like most of the other neighborhoods here in Nashville, like Pancake Pantry, which if you want to go there, make sure and get there early or know you're going to stand in line because there's always a long line at Pancake Pantry. E3 Chop House, which is one of my newer favorite steakhouses. And of course, you have to make a stop by Jenny's Ice Cream. As far as real estate goes, Hillsboro West End has a median price of $600,000, and Hillsboro Belmont has a median price of $850,000. So that's a $250,000 price difference in the two sides of Hillsboro Village. But again, easy access and location and historical feel and that kind of stuff has a lot to do with it. So lots to offer in Hillsboro Village, and definitely one of our top places to live here in Nashville. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about East Nashville. So East Nashville is located on the other side of the Cumberland River from downtown. It is a pretty big neighborhood that's comprised of other little sub-pockets. It has changed so much over the years. It went from being a place that you didn't really want to be about 30 years ago to one of the most desired places in Nashville due to the diversity and all it has to offer. Now it's known for being an art hub and having great local music, restaurants, boutiques, craft beer, all kinds of stuff. It actually reminds me a lot of downtown Asheville, which is near where I'm from. And it just has this, artsy, craft beer, friendly, walkable vibe to it. And I absolutely love that. It is great for people in all walks of life, whether you are young people, families, retirees. It's very neighborly, so it's for people from all walks of life. It has several parks, both for people and for dogs, and some of the best restaurants, like high-end artisanal restaurants, to some of the best burger shops. There are actually too many favorites to list here, so if you have any questions or want any recommendations, make sure and reach out to me. For draft beer, it has East Nashville Beer Works, and the housing is just as different as the people there. There are new construction, historical homes, condos, bungalows, pretty much anything you can think of, you're going to be able to find it in East Nashville. And with that, the prices are also all over the board. Just to give you an idea, though, the median home price is $475,000, and there are things, $300,000 and on up to whatever you want to pay, really. So there's a lot of questions that surround East Nashville because it is so broad and so big. So if you have any, again, please let me know. But in a nutshell, that's East Nashville. Next on our list is going to be Germantown. Germantown is north of town, not even a mile from downtown. It's another very hip area and is on the Historical Places Registry. It's named for all the German immigrants who moved there in the mid-19th century. Has lots of Victorian style buildings and tons of trees, actually over 100 species of different trees, and it's on a special arbor registry here. It's popular with business professionals and young professionals. It is very walkable with lots of businesses and restaurants scattered around residential properties. You can even walk to the Nashville Sounds game, which is our local minor league baseball team. It is right across from the state capitol and Centennial Park, which has one of the best farmers markets I've ever been to, and has lots of critically acclaimed restaurants like Butcher Town Hall, Fifth and Taylor, Jack Brown's Beer and Burgers, and Bearded Iris Brewing. It has several different housing options like renovated Victorian condos and homes, apartments, lofts, all kinds of different options, and the median home price there is $500,000 as of right now here in fall 2021. Moving on is going to be an area known as Midtown. Midtown is north of Hillsborough West End and west of downtown. It's primarily a business district with lots of businesses and a more urban feel with new high-rise condos and apartments, lots of hotels. It encompasses Centennial Park, Vanderbilt University, and has several high-ranking hospitals. You'll see students, musicians, businessmen and women, lots of different kinds of people. It used to be more of a locals hang, but has since been discovered and is becoming more popular with tourists as well. It has a bustling nightlife with lots of restaurants and bars like Winners and Losers, which are two bars that are attached to each other and come from the Toby Keith song, We've Got Winners, We've Got Losers. And then there's Hattie B's, the Stillery, Tavern, lots of different great food options, and again, local bars. As far as real estate goes, it has a median purchase price of $600,000. And right now on the market, it has things listed from everything from a condo, one-bedroom condo, studio type, for $275,000 on up to properties for $2 million. So again, another wide range there, but lots of commercial, not as much residential feel in Midtown. Next up is going to be an area that is becoming crazy popular, and that is the Gulch. The Gulch is located directly south of downtown and is one of the hottest areas of Nashville. It's called Nashville's premier urban neighborhood and is known for the What Lifts You wing mural. It's an old abandoned industrial area that has been revitalized into one of the most popular neighborhoods. Has lots of walkability to shops and restaurants. Some of the restaurants that I personally love there are the Pub for Irish food. They have hot chicken and burgers and great brunch spots and ramen. Lots of different things to offer in the Gulch and lots of great shops. Everything from Urban Outfitters to local boutiques to Kittenish by Jesse James to pet stores to almost anything you could imagine. There are lots of high rises and boutique hotels. As far as real estate goes, the median purchase price is $800,000 there, and it currently has prices listed everywhere from $390,000 all the way up to $8 million. So that being said, there's not a ton of purchase opportunities in the Gulch, which is why they're so expensive. And there are a lot more rental opportunities than the actual purchase options. But that is the Gulch. Again, one of the most visited tourist destinations here in Nashville that also offers some great condo and apartment living. Our final stop on our neighborhood tour is going to be Green Hills. So Green Hills is located southwest of town, past 12 South and Hillsborough, about 8 miles and 15 to 20 minutes from downtown, depending on traffic. It's a very popular, affluent neighborhood with a suburban feel. Like most places here in Nashville, it is growing like crazy. Really known for upscale shopping and has one of the most popular malls around with lots of upscale stores. The main strip is Hillsborough Pike with lots of businesses, boutiques, restaurants, and more. Has Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, the Bluebird Cafe, which is a super popular destination for songwriter rounds where you can hear some of your favorite famous artists, the people that wrote their songs. We'll play them at the Bluebird. So that's a big destination there as well. It is close to several prestigious private schools and has some of the better ranked public schools in the Nashville area. As far as real estate goes, there are actually some brand new high-rise apartment and condos, which were not really a thing in Green Hills until the last couple years. Lots of other condos and townhomes, tons of new constructions and renovations, large historical homes as well. Has a median purchase price of $725,000, which would be even higher if it weren't for some of the condos and townhomes there. Currently, there are listings everywhere from $200,000 on up to $7 million. So Green Hills is super popular for, again, young people and families because it has that more suburban feel in certain parts of the areas. And it's an area where you might even see some celebrities walking around at the mall as well. So that being said, that brings us to the end of our property and neighborhood tours of Nashville, Tennessee. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you want to know more or what surprised you. And if you are considering moving to the Nashville and Middle Tennessee areas, please give us a call, shoot us a text, and us an email. We are more than happy to help you, but the only way we'll know is if you reach out. So until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.